Hello students, welcome to Kunadana Classroom. In this video, we are going to talk about the equation of a trajectory in terms of range of projectile. Okay, so let us see what is happening. Let us consider this is the projectile we have. This is the ball which is called projectile, and this ball is thrown with some initial velocity, suppose u, with some angle theta, and it is going to follow a curved path as shown in the diagram, right? So we have to find out the equation of that curved path. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, try to understand what do you mean by forming equations. Forming equations means we just have to take a point here. Suppose that point is P, having coordinate x comma y, and we just have to relate x and y. So that relation is the equation of this path. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, try to understand. If you talk about the y, this height is y, and this distance is x axis, right? Now what can I do here? The very first thing is this: if you talk about the initial velocity given to you is u, then this component is going to be u cos theta, and the vertical component is sine theta that we know, right? This is ux. Ux means x, it is pointed towards the x-axis, and this is your uy because this is pointed towards the y-axis. Convention we are taking is upward positive and downward negative. Okay. So now let us see what is happening here. If you talk about that how much time the object is taking to travel x, so the simple thing that I will tell you is this: x is equal to basically the velocity which is responsible for giving you x, which is u cosine of theta times time. So from here, if you talk about the time taken by the projectile to go from this point A to point P, the time is going to be just x by u cos of theta. Okay, now let us talk about that y, the height raised by the projectile. So here, if you talk about the displacement along y direction that I have taken is y. Okay, next thing, if you talk about the initial velocity in y direction, that is u sine of theta. So your uy is going to be plus u sine theta because u is acting upward, and the convention says anything which is upward, that is positive, and downward, that is negative. So that's the convention I have taken here. You can take the opposite also. Now, if you talk about the acceleration due to gravity, which is the acceleration along y direction, that is negative of g. Okay, and the time we have is u cos theta. Time we have is x by u cos theta. If you talk about the equation sy, which is uyt plus half ayt square. So in this equation, if you put the values, so let us plug in all the values here and see what we are going to get. This y is equal to uy is u sine of theta, time is x by cos of theta minus half g and t square. T square means x square by u square cos square theta. Okay, so we have this equation. Now let us solve it ahead and see what we are going to get. This u and u get cancelled out, so the y is going to be equal to x tan of theta, right? And here we are going to get x square gx square by 2u square. I'm going to write down like this: cos theta into cos theta. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to multiply sine theta in numerator and denominator. Okay, I'm just multiplying here sine theta and sine theta, so it will not change the equation, it will be like this only. Okay, next thing, y is equal to x tan theta. Okay, now I'm just taking here x square, and one sine and cosine I'm just taking as tan theta, that by 2 u square. Now one cos has gone, so we have sine theta times cos theta, that by, I have shifted the g denominator of denominator, which is here, right? Now let us see what we are going to get. So we are going to get is y is equal to x tan theta minus x square tan theta by u square. Now 2 sine theta cos theta is what? That is sine 2 theta. Okay. So here we have is u square we have taken. So we have here 2 sine theta and cosine theta, that by g. So I'm going to take this formula here. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. Okay. So your y is going to be in that case x tan theta minus x square tan theta by u square sine 2 theta by g, right? So we have this u square sine 2 theta by g like this, right? Looks like square theta here. Yeah. Now if you talk about the range formula, the range is what? Range is u square sine of 2 theta by g. So we can remove u square sine 2 theta by g and we can put here r. So your equation will turn into x tan theta minus x square tan theta, that by r, right? Now again what I can do, I can take x tan theta common and I'm going to get 1 minus x over r. This is your final equation of trajectory in terms of range r. Okay, so this equation, formation of equation is, I think you can understand from here easily. Thank you.